Bound by fate, drawn by duty, or chased by fear, 5 souls unite to battle against a growing evil that could bring about another calamity. When the chains of Avernus tighten, one soul claws for freedom, fleeing the ember-lit gaze of a fallen angel who would see them kneel once more. From the shifting mists of the Feywild, a hunter steps forward, guided by whispers of worms and prophecy, tasked with severing the heads of a cult that would wake a god. In the shadow of noble halls, a man reborn walks a perilous path, his body reshaped by an elder horror, his mind defying the hunger that should consume him. Marked by twisted hands of the coven, a wanderer treads carefully, ever watchful for the eyes that seek to claim what was promised. Once a brilliant inventor, an artificer helped create steel nightmares. Now, burdened by guilt, he is determined to dismantle his greatest mistake. And as their journey continues, so too does the stirring of forces that would see them broken, or worse, bound. Hello and good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Shadows over Baldur's Gate, where we're going to be doing a little bit of a side story. We're going to explore the Blackstaff Academy and the home of our beloved Gideon Hallowell. Before we begin, we have a couple quick announcements. Joke's on you, I don't have any because I don't know when we're playing this. So joke's on you, we're totally pre-recording. So we'll be in chat though to hang out. So if you have questions about stuff, whatever, we'll be watching with you. We have a wonderful cast we want to give the floor to. Let them know who you are and who you're playing this evening.
So we are saying who we're playing tonight. Today. Okay, hi, I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. I'm usually playing.
Do we want to save introductions for like in the game?
That's why I was asking, because I go first. Okay.
We could totally do that. I could just re-record the thing.
That's fine. I'm going to keep going because we're doing it recording. I usually play Udazash, the Dragonborn Ranger, rogue, who would find this very funny, actually, who would find this just absolutely ridiculous. I will not be playing her tonight. I'll be playing someone else.
Yep. Hi. Omega here, also known as Cripbart across all social media channels. I'm usually Leopold, our resident Illithid Scion, but today I'm stepping back into the wonderful shoes of Professor Gideon.
Should we
I'm
start
out.
the fucking
I'm out.
Take 2. No, we're doing that again. We're doing this shit again.
Yeah.
This is gold. This is gold. From the Patreon.
Shall we? Holy shit.
I was
great,
totally fine with my bloopers being in there, but you know what? Foot shoes. Foot shoes.
Yo, CB, welcome to my life. I invent words like a bolt shape and living Rorschach.
I bet you
Really
Gideon
glad
actually
we recorded
has
this.
Run it
really nice shoes, though.
back. Run it back.
Watch him read all
my
of this
God.
in.
That's okay. Listen, future Cujo. If you leave this all in, I'm okay with it.
Future past.
Editing Cujo, you
Cujo's
have
a future
my
past.
support.
Put this on fourth wall, please. Put this on fourth wall.
Hello and good evening, everybody, and welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate. Tonight is going to be a very special episode as we are taking a step away from our usual cast of heroes and spotlighting a different part of Faerun, the Blackstaff Academy, specifically, home of Professor Gideon Hallowell. So, typically at this point, I would introduce our cast and their characters, but let's leave it a little bit of a mystery tonight. So, we step away, we see the camera fade from the city of Baldur's Gate, and we see it soar north towards the city of Waterdeep. It is bustling and beautiful. And while the city has much to be explored, we are going to focus on a particular part of the city. In the southwestern corner, where there is a tower that stands above the buildings around it. Blackstaff Academy, in ages past, was typically just the tower itself. But in recent years, and possibly with the activities of the Absolute and the Dead Three, many who have pursued arcane knowledge find themselves interested in enrolling. And thus, what was once just a tower has now expanded into several buildings that sort of ring around the tower itself, creating a small campus. Typically, those with enough arcane aptitude are allowed among its ranks. And as such, everybody that you see wandering through the halls, whether they are students or faculty, carries themselves with a little bit of power. Each student wears a different set of robes based on the school that they are studying. But we are going to focus on one particular classroom. Gideon, you have received communication from some of your old traveling compatriots that there is possible danger coming to the academy. You've heard the story and you understand that someone has repossessed the ruins of the Steel Watch and have remanufactured them with infernal means to act as additional dangerous agents in Tiamat and in Zariel's company. You know that one is eventually going to make its way towards Blackstaff. Or maybe it already has. But I like the idea that you received this communication in the middle of class. So, tell us what you were teaching just as this message comes through.
He was teaching one of the many classes that he teaches as a professor of, some would call it gen ed work, but truly it's fundamentals of magic, specifically components and intent, understanding of some of those. It's basically music theory, but magic instead. Arcanic theory. And in this moment, he was teaching a class about what's the background of somatics, and specifically how magic needs conduit, something to go through. Currently teaching the basic weaving of a shield spell. Understanding the whys and hows of how you move your hands, move your body to formulate the barrier that you need. Using that as a very simple first level spell, but you can fully understand and unlock all of the pieces that put that spell work together. As wizards and other arcanic individuals, there's still a level of intent and the need to understand all of it through, because one simple shift of your arm, one tweak of your finger, one placement that is off by a millimeter, and it's no longer a shield spell, it's a meteor swarm. So you need to understand why and how. Currently most likely using a certain draconic sorcerer as the test dummy of the class right now. As he says, students, watch and understand. When you block arcanic power, you understand you are blocking a fundamental part of this world. So you need to have the intent to do such a thing. Isn't that right, Elithor?
Mm-hmm.
So and he will see hand become two, and I begin to twist in the air as a very raw concussive power begins to form at his fingertips. It's so easy. Just stop me from hitting you.
Okay. Just the shield or meteors. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are
Which
you
is
sure?
the subtitles say definitely not.
I hope you will be. As immediately that power swells and shoots towards him as an Eldritch Blast goes directly at him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
27.
Your favorite student.
Christ.
Just off the.
Well, let's see if he no. Oh my god. I made a roll to see I did an arcana check to see if he could remember the moves to be able to perform the spell, and that was a natural 1.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna say
So he panicked.
you're 100%. And you don't know how, but your Eldritch Blast leaves your hand and it soars through the air, and the dozens of students who are in class in that sort of sloped classroom are watching this display. Watch as Illithor quickly tries to do the somatic components for shield and accidentally does the somatic components for glitter dust. Just as the Eldritch Blast hits him in the chest, and what was originally supposed to be just a little of glitter explodes off of him, and not only does he get knocked on his ass, but now there's just glitter all in the air in a beautiful and very difficult to clean display that slowly settles.
So, students, that is what you do not do when you are attempting to block any type of Illithor, and he will move over, and a hand made of that fractalized power will begin to attempt to lift him up off the ground.
He takes it and like really relies on the mage hand a little bit, but eventually does climb to his feet. He looks a little dejected.
So, students, you'll be pairing off. Learn to wield this power, because when you come back, I will be testing it just as I've tested young Illithor here. Dismissed.
You see everybody like, oh, I'm going to kick your ass. Like everybody immediately finds that one partner that they've wanted to fuck their shit up. And they quickly like gather their things and like head over to the practical buildings where they could safely test some of these abilities. Who else is in this classroom? Okay. Why don't we start?
I love this.
Why don't we start with Laura? Would you please describe your character?
Well, watching young Illithor get absolutely shit rocked at a small desk, sort of off to the side of Gideon's, there's a small a cough that is absolutely not covering a chuckle. As Verity Trace sits with the multitude of grading that needs to be done for a class such as this. I mean, it's basically a Magic 102 class, so it's the inbox and the outbox. It's very disproportional. They sit. Their hair is coily and a little disheveled, but artfully so. They've got medium brown skin, green eyes. They have their robes, but they have a tendency to leave them open, and you can see underneath the getup is closer to what one might find in hand-to-hand class. Simple leathers,
and well-worn boots, and there are a pair of scimitars leaned up against the side of the desk. As they just shake their head and pull another paper from the pile.
All right. I will say you probably do get a passing student who's like coming reasonably near you, who like slows and goes, "Hey, Verity. So about that paper for wizardry history.
Mm.
Is there any way how bad is it? And you see that this is a dwarven mage. We'll say that she's got curled pigtails that sort of hang down, and she's got freckles all over her face. Just if you wouldn't mind just kind of giving me a heads up on how bad that ended up being.
Dear. Let's just say that you're going to want to review your evoker fundamentals, dear.
Damn it. Okay.
With
Thank
my
you.
passive perception of 25.
Jesus.
And you would not have struggled if you hadn't been sleeping throughout the class. Is that correct?
Sorry, Professor. I was trying
No,
to-
do not apologize. The catnap spell exists for a reason. Utilize it and learn.
Yes, sir.
And maybe try not to end up at the taverns the day before an exam.
It's my friend's birthday. It was it's fine. I understand. I completely understand. On the same page. I'm gonna go to thank you. And then they quickly scamper off. Tony, would you please describe your character?
Yeah, in the classroom on the back row of seats, very tall, lanky, almost gaunt looking high elf with long blonde hair that constantly has black streaks of soot in it. He's got his hood up on his desk and he's writing in his notebook, and you see him focusing. You know when you see someone focusing so hard and you know they're still not getting it? That's Apo's face. And Apo, he's a bit of a troubled past, and he's a weird exception where his parents were Tiamat cultists that brought him up and did a ritual which gave him the knowledge of most evocation spells at birth, because he's supposed to be the bringer of the apocalypse. His full name is Apocalypse, but he likes to be called Apo. And his parents were slain by adventurers, but not wanting to become the bringer of the apocalypse, he found his way to this school to help hone his magic abilities. And you see him just slowly intent. He's got earrings, a bunch of ritualistic earrings that we're putting in his long ears when at a young age. And he's focusing, and he tries to work the shield spell, a very simple spell for someone who's his age and technically level. And immediately it kind of explodes into a fire, and he casts fire shield on himself. And he's like, "Oh, dude, Professor G, I didn't blow it up this time, but I still don't think it's right."
Tony, please.
Killing me, Smalls.
Trying my best, Professor G.
You are doing well, Apo. It takes time, even for those who pick this up at a later time in their life. Just keep at it, and clearly you have an aptitude, if that is not clear.
Yeah, it's always, honestly, when you said you could accidentally cast Meteor Swarm, I freaking freaked out, dude, because I think I did that before.
I highly doubt you've cast Meteor Swarm. Trust me, many,
Okay.
including myself, would have known that you cast
Okay.
Meteor Swarm.
Usually a lot of the spells I try to do that aren't evocation end up turning into some sort of fire, and I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I have to ask, what do you believe evocation is?
I don't know. I started casting it before I could even really understand it. I just like look at stuff and I know how to do those components, but it feels like it's really hard to switch out of those. I don't know, man. Like I know there's a lot of evocations that don't hurt people, but I don't know all of them yet, I feel like, and I don't know how to get to use that to learn other school spells.
You can start with understanding the fundamentals of what it means to evoke. It is power, sure, but it is a power condensed in a way that you need to. As he snaps his hands, and as he does, the desk in front of him begins to just glow. The light spell is evocation. Doesn't have to be explosive. Just has to be potent. Find the potency.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Find potency fundamental. Okay. All right, thanks, Dr. G. I'll work on that.
If you are in need of more specific instruction, I'm sure our dear Verity will be willing to assist.
Huh?
That would be
It has
really
been
good.
like zeroed in on the desk on the paper that they are currently grading until they heard their name. What am I doing?
Just
What?
being an extra hand if Apo, this wonderful student, has a need for further instruction or information.
It's very brief. I twitch. Yep. Absolutely. Whatever you need, Alpo.
Yeah,
Just
Verity, that
let
would
me
help a
know.
lot. Because when you said to partner up, everyone like kind of took a lot of steps away from me, and I haven't really been able to, find anyone. I did light the guy in evocation class on fire, but it was an accident, and I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring it out.
I tend to be harder to hit than most, so.
Thanks. I really can't fail another class, man.
Okay. All right. Professor, would you like me to take him now?
Class is over, so if you want to. Otherwise, I don't know what your schedule is, Apo. You can find a time to communicate.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. And he kind of picks up his stuff and heads to the next class, if that's what we're doing, ending class.
Lauren, would you please describe your character for me?
Sure. Also, in the back, towards the top, you haven't really seen her, and it's not that she's hiding. It's kind of impossible for her to hide when you think about it. I mean, she's a giant red-furred bugbear. She's not trying to hide, but there's something about the way that she just kind of naturally blends into the side of the wall that she's leaning against, that she just kind of, you just kind of pass over her for some reason. And she just has been standing, leaning against the wall. She's paying attention to the whole class very intently, but hasn't been taking any notes, hasn't been writing anything down, because she's technically auditing the class. She's not actually taking it. And Gideon would know that she has actually audited this class a couple of times. She's currently wearing a kind of what looks like a festive dress in a bright shade of red that's just off from her well-groomed red fur. It's a little bit of a jarring contrast, especially when she reaches down with her long limbs and picks up both a bag and a giant halberd that she kind of hoists over one shoulder. Looks around a little bit, and it isn't until she kind of moves and picks up all of her stuff, including this giant weapon, and starts to walk down the stairs that you really even notice her. And so while this interaction is happening, she's just kind of watching and smiles and if Gideon even notices her, she'll give a little bit of a nod and see you next class, Professor. And she'll start to try to leave without even really engaging.
No. Heard 100% love this so much. Does Gideon like his class being audited? I can't say yes to that, but he knows that Blackstaff is going to Blackstaff. And that's fine to an extent. But there's definitely a level of was it to your satisfaction? Fact's good. Fet zig. I got there.
Yeah. Fet zig stops. Oh, always. You're always a very engaging lecturer to listen to.
I'm just curious to know how many other audits will be happening, just so I can be prepared.
Well, I'm unsure. How many other classes are you teaching?
A plethora.
Oh, maybe a plethora. I don't know. Probably not the practicums. Mostly I just listen to the lectures.
Well, I hope that in your auditing that things have been to your satisfaction.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how useful they'll be in the long run, but it's always good to have a foundation for whatever it is that I'm doing.
Well, I'll probably see you in the next one then.
Well, hopefully I will be inconspicuous. I'm trying to be out of the way, especially if I'm not, taking any notes or anything. I hope I'm not bothering anybody. And she kind of moves the weapon a little bit and says, I'm trying not to get in anybody's way, especially with this thing.
I understand. No, not in the way, though. It is, even if you are inconspicuous, probably not to me. My eyes flash slightly. You know that he appears to be human and has always called himself human. But there's something behind it all. But of course, can't knock your job for being your job. So, I'm sure that, you will continue to be fulfilled in your auditing journey.
Well, I've got my other classes that I'm actually doing work in, but I like to try to learn as much as I can from the other classes as long as I'm here, even if I can't do what... And she kind of looks over at where Verity and Apo are talking and probably watching as they're practicing doing the movements for the shield spell, and says, even if I can't really do what they're doing and doing other things, it's good to know. It's good to know where it all comes from,
That is true. Well, I won't stop you from the rest of your duties. I have had class in about 10 or so minutes, so I should get prepped for that.
Have a good one. And she starts to walk on out.
As this conversation happens, and as Verity and Apo pair up, Illithor stands and looks a little dejected. And they slowly make their way to their things and start collecting their books. Don't say much.
He watches Fedzig leave, and he has no issue with Fedzig as a person. He just doesn't like to be audited. And as they leave, there's just, that smile, the charisma that oozes off from the minute they walk out of the room. I've been through too much to have someone need to sit in my class and try to dictate what I am and am not doing wrong. But here we are. And as he watches Illithor walk over, the usual happy-go-lucky. Illithor?
Yeah?
What have I told you about speaking your mind?
I will. Just not right now. Because what's on my mind is anger. And that's not fair, and I'm working through it.
Insight to see where the anger is placed.
Go ahead. What's your, well, yeah, no, give me an actual insight. Passive, yeah. Of course he's upset by something.
Yeah, so it's like, but what is it that he is?
But what is upset?
What is? What's this? What's this? Put a little bit of guidance on that. What are you? These dice are dice. Okay, 25.
With a 25, there's definitely it's ever present. Ilithor's own low self-confidence, but this time there's actually some anger directed at you.
Verity, and I'm sure Appo, you have things. Would you mind giving me the room?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Door closes. Door locks. He does a thing where he moves back and sits on his desk. You know I can take it. What is going on?
No, it's fine. I'll just be the one that is the punching bag. I'm the one that messes it up, and I'm the example of what not to do, and I'm the one that's on display, and I'm the one that gets bullied and told I don't belong here. It's fine. It's fine.
Is that what you thought that was?
Well, what else is it going to be? And he'll like fully turn at this point. This is the third time. This is the third time I've been selected to come up and be your... I'm not getting better with evocation. I thought it would work, but I don't think it's going to. And I feel like every time I try to... I feel like anytime I have a moment of confidence, then I'm up here. And then there's everybody staring at me, and they know how it all works. And then I am the one who's sitting in glitter. And it's fine. It's just, I know I need to improve. I know that, I know. It's just...
Clearly you don't. And I step off the table, desk. And I don't say that to be the enemy in your story. I do not say that to make you feel bad. But you have more experience than any of them. You have fought quite literal battles. Whether it be the random bandit dealing with things in caves or quite literal mind flayers. You have fought and you have survived. And yet you come in here and it's as if you have less schooling or understanding than them. That's not... There's a block that you are self-imposing upon yourself. And I can try to teach you so many different ways to handle that. I can try to inspire you quite literally in many different fashions to get you to see that you have power. But until you believe it yourself, you will squander. You will fail every single attempt. I can't teach that. I hope you understand that I would never seek to make you a punching bag. If you want to talk about being bullied, one, tell me there is a no tolerance policy. 0 tolerance for any of that. If someone bullies you, they're expelled, period. 2, and that's when he walks forward. I'm not just your teacher. If you have thoughts if you have feelings, if you think I'm being too hard on you, say something.
Illithor is still very much learning how to grow and mature emotionally. So he's going to look at you and say, why? So I can be treated differently than everybody else? It's fine. I have abjuration, so I'm just gonna go to. You unlock the door, please.
Of course. There's a click, and it swings open.
Like the angsty teenager in any show or piece of media, Illithor grabs the rest of his things, slings his pack over his shoulder, turns, and heads towards abjuration.
The desk, there's a shelf that opens up in the desk. Then suddenly there's a flask floating directly to his hand. Just, Yep.
Somewhere in the deep recesses of your mind, you hear a voice say, well, that could have gone better.
Fuck off.
And we're going to follow Illithor as he makes his way to abjuration, which has only just started. As he quickly, finds his way to his desk. As we see PJ's character.
You see a massive 100 by 100 foot room that is pristine, shimmering. Anyone who takes any amount of time to detect magic or make an arcana check would know this entire room is under minimum 1 year's time spent as Mordenkainen's sanctuary. It is now a permanent defense structure. Anyone in this room is safe. No matter what they feel, are afraid of, nothing can touch them. And to ensure that, a glyph spell has been placed strategically in positions. Day one, of course, you'd be given a pamphlet telling you all the special locations a glyph is hidden, what the key phrases are, and things you need to do to protect yourself. This classroom is 1 part lecture hall, 2 parts Kermit the Frog swamp. And in the big center is, because it's a 100 by 100 foot room, you see like a 50-foot adorable cottagecore shack, and there is a cauldron bubbling, and peering out with a long leathery neck, and quickly showing his full dense body, you see a turtle, an ancient, old, wrinkly turtle with big, bushy eyebrows that cover up milky, runic eyeballs. His massive frame is covered in a plethora of scars. He is chipped, he is cut, he is sliced, but much like his love and his spirit, is not broken. This massive, dense turtle shell is covered in abjuration runes, but also covered in signatures of students from the past, wishing their teacher a good year.
Really cute.
And this old turtle grabs this massive staff. This, at first glance, you would recognize it's a staff of power, but it's covered in leather grips because while the ends are strong, they slip a little. And there are trinkets because the memory is sharp, but to be reminded is always nice. And he is by this big bubbling pot, taking out a tea kettle and pouring in this like swamp matcha tea for all the students that come in. And he begins to go about his lecture as Professor Augie Mogbog, or he prefers to be called Pawpaw Mogbog, everyone's personal grandfather, starts to kind of at that age where the wrinkled leather and the massive size is just, there's always a little bit of a shake in everything he does. And he goes, now remember, we're going out there into the world and you're seeing massive fireballs and terrifying, oh, what you call it nowadays? Abjuration. Well, evocation is energy. The power to take the world and put excitement into it or take excitement out. Energy. Necromancy is willpower. It's pure and simple. That body must move like that. And enchantment, of course, is the mind, but abjuration is the gift of sitting still. Chronomancy, that's magic that people who can't sit still use to get there and back quicker than they can. Abjuration is a gift to take your time. I should know. I've had more years than anyone here. And it wasn't always easy. He points all the scars. When you're practicing defensive magic, sometimes you get it wrong. Because you're gonna get it wrong. But you keep doing it, and eventually you just sit still. Nothing's scary. Loneliness is just a house. It's not a state of mind. And then you realize the power you've been seeking all your life is not to avenge or to destroy. No, the power is just to be at peace with yourself. And I firmly believe, after the hundreds of years I've been alive, that abjuration is the key to being happy with yourself, sitting still. So with that being said, everybody, I just want to take a minute to say that if it's as simple as a shield spell or something quite large, like Globe of Invulnerability, you're not searching destruction. You're searching for peace. What does that look like for you? Huh?
God,
Well,
that's
everyone.
So
TED Talk on abjuration was real, man. I'm changing my major right now.
and he's just hobbling. I really genuinely believe that this guy believes that he is anyone's grandfather if they're willing to ask him. And he's just going around going like, so now what I want you to do when you're practicing working on your abjuration, don't think of the oh gosh, all the somatic and the finger components and what you're saying. Think about just sitting still and what you want to be doing. And that'll get you there.
Illithor latches onto that sentence. Out of everything else that you just said, that. Classes continue until eventually, Gideon, you get those sendings explaining what is happening with your friends and what they have stumbled upon. And within moments of that being delivered, there is a mass sending spell that is cast from the Blackstaff herself. Vajra Safar. Her voice carries through. Attention to all faculty and students of Blackstaff Academy. Your presence is required in the Great Hall. I would ask that professors lead your students inside, and there's much that we must discuss as a school together. Please arrive in the next 15 minutes so that we may proceed with this information and go about our day. And the spell ends, and immediately there's already a chatter across all different classrooms. PJ, abjuration is typically very peaceful, like you foster a very calm environment. That breaks immediately as everyone starts gossiping and like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Do you think there's gonna be a new Blackstaff? Like everyone goes nuts. Some of them are taking their crystals out and texting their friends. Yes, I'm stealing crystals from Fantasy High. Fight me. But the announcement has gone out. Is there anything anybody wishes to do prior to arriving at the Great Hall?
Well, first and foremost. Oh, no, please, by all means. Please, no, everyone else, please go.
If Oppo and Verity are still working, I think they'll look to Oppo and just, can you get there all right?
Yeah, totally. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, no, you're doing good. Just you're thinking a little too hard about it.
Okay, well,
You're getting in your own way.
Yeah, you hit really hard though. It's like ices himself on his arms.
Gives him like a pat on the arm. Walk it off.
Yeah,
you're fine.
Yeah, totally. All right.
And Verity's actually. Yeah, no, I'll be there shortly. Just stay with the others.
I'll sue.
Verity's actually going to jog back to Gideon's classroom and knock on the door frame.
As you approach that classroom,
oh Jesus,
there is an individual walking right by that door that, like, as everybody starts funneling down the hallway, everybody gives them the widest berth as they can. As you recognize the Archmage of Necromancy, Nevin Torn, slowly making his way through the hall. With this ever-present smirk of superiority on his face, the older human gentleman with sort of the receding but coiffed graying hair that has been pushed back walks and gently places the staff with each step. As they do, they lock eyes with you. Verity.
Professor?
I trust you are making progress on the essays from my class.
Of course, sir.
Delightful. I will put in a good word with your advanced studies, Arcanist.
Always appreciated, Professor.
You see them look, and there's this slimy studying he does on you for a second before he and walks past you. You notice he's heading in a different direction than everybody else is.
Are you not joining us, Professor?
Oh, I will be. I merely have some business to take care of before attending. I'll be there momentarily.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Here's the thing. Verity's never liked this son of a bitch. And I think that has been made abundantly clear. Mm-hmm. However, in spite of their general attitude and occasional inability to keep their fucking mouth shut, they know better than to deal with, to try and tangle with an archmage of necromancy. That does not mean that they are ever going to let their guard down. And that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The thing with Nevin is that there's always that aura that there's something else going on behind his eyes about him, no matter what he is doing. Even if he is teaching a basic necromancy class, there's always this feeling that there's more to him and his intention. That being said, as you take the time to study him, there's this feeling you get. It's like, okay, yeah, there's probably something else going on. But diving into that and studying this dude, it kind of sends a shiver down your spine just a little bit. So you do know there's got to be something more to what he's doing. But what you do with that information and knowing he's probably doing something else, I mean, it's confirmed. If you want to try and dig further, that's up to you.
Nope. More important things to deal with. So Verity's just gonna give one of those like half-cocked little salutes, and slip into Gideon's office, into Gideon's classroom.
Okay.
You would see Gideon getting up from the desk at this point, satchel around their waist. I realized I actually didn't describe what he looks like because, just expecting everybody to know who Gideon is. No. He's a dark skinned, kind of like a caramel skinned individual with vibrant whitish gold eyes that seem to flash every so often. Gray white locks that are pretty long that he has currently in a half up, half down do with gold accessories all throughout it, wearing robes that are mostly blue and black with hints of gold all throughout as well. He does not share a color with specific classrooms or types as someone who is part of the fundamental education system in a way. And even though he is not in title an archmage, the students know that whether it's the cords or the kind of accoutrement that's upon him, he is a very valued member of this academy. Aside from that, on his right hand, he seems to have this jewelry. It starts as a necklace and goes to each of the rings. It's a little tight and shimmers as he moves it. Those would know that this is a shifted item that has just been more customized to his liking. He doesn't like using staffs. He needs his hands. He also has 2 rings on his other fingers. One is a signet ring, and another ring that's probably on his middle finger as well. That is whatever. But as he sees the door open, you could tell he was doing another exhale of what the hell are we getting ourselves into? Seeing you. Hi.
What is it? What's happened?
We will discuss it all when we get to the meeting. It is... I would tell you more, but by technicality, you're still a student, and therefore, just come with me.
There is no back chat because Verity knows better, but there is an eye roll, and that is louder than anything they could say.
Fair. Which is why, through the telepathic bond, he will say in there, I will tell you more. We need to make sure this is safe. And he will start heading out.
Okay.
You will also see a sudden shimmering, again, like fractalized, like stained glass suddenly come upon him as he just preps with a little bit of armor because he doesn't know what to expect.
Love it. Is there anything else anybody else wishes to do before heading to this impromptu assembly?
Verity actually does the same thing. They just kind of tap the center of their chest, and they wear a number of different pendants, and there's sort of a chime that sounds, and the vibrational hum sort of spreads across their body as they cast Mage Armor.
Beautiful.
I think As everybody is heading towards this gathering place, because Vajra had indicated that students were supposed to gather with their teachers with their school, this might be the first time you encounter Fetzig and she looks a little lost because she doesn't really have a school. Most of the time you find her hanging out with like the Blade Singers or maybe the War Mages. She kind of bounces between the two. Sometimes she's hanging out with the evocation students, but she doesn't really fit in any of those. And most of the time it doesn't really matter. Most of the time she's just kind of doing whatever it is she needs to do. She does a lot of like individual study with a bunch of different teachers, but she's not actually part of any of the official schools. And so I think this might be the first time since being at Blackstaff and where there's these gatherings and everybody's huddled up into these groups and she's standing there kind of unsure of where she's supposed to go. And so there's just this giant muscular bugbear holding a weapon, looking a little lost, and then eventually starts to move on in, and it looks like she's just gonna go find a seat. She's just gonna go sit down somewhere and see if someone will make her move. But if anyone sees her on the way in, there is that awkward moment in where she might be like the one student just kind of, well, all right. And then she just walks on in.
Okay.
I would say that if Gideon sees Fetzig looking confused, in Fetzig's mind, it almost feel like they feel like a thing pressed on the shoulder, but in their mind, they'd be like, over next to where we are. Which you would see like not only just the fundamentals type of teachers who are not doing different classes, but that's like also like the administrative group and the people who don't have classes either, where they're probably standing.
And then Verity.
And
And Verity.
There'll be kind of a jerked pause as Fetzig will come to a stop, and it'll take her a second, and she'll look at you, and she'll come walking on over. You don't mind me taking a seat over here?
It's not my seat. And it's a sly grin once he nods to it.
I guess it's mine now.
Hey,
Gideon's
Zibby.
not sitting. Teachers don't sit. Teachers tend to stand on these things.
Pawpaw. No, Pawpaw, return to me.
Is there?
Is he? I can't see him.
I think we all see him.
I can
I
see
see
him.
you in the video in our like normal chat. Why are you? Okay, now you're back. This is weird.
That was weird.
That was weird. Pawpaw.
Yes.
Eh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As everybody, all the students immediately start to try to file out, Illithor is actually going to approach. Professor, do you need help getting to the Great Hall?
You see him thinking for a second. His old head just kind of shaking as he's sitting still. Goes, I suppose I don't need help so much, but I could use the company.
Okay. I'll walk with you if you want.
He kind of gives a crook to his arm as he holds his staff, and he goes, I would like that very much. What'd you say your name was again?
Oh, Illithor. I've been in your class for 3 months.
All right, Billy. Okay, so Billy, they take my arm and help me, and we're just gonna take our time. And if they complain, will you send them to old Pawpaw, and I will bonk them. I'll bonk them right in their head.
Why do I feel like Pawpaw and old Toby are like really good friends?
Oh yeah. Oh, they seem like eons of shit together. Like, did you know people have crystals for long? It's like, I tell you, my grandson's on the crystal. I can never talk to him. He's always
some
looking
point-
at that crystal.
At random points, old Toby just be like, "What? Speak up, you old coot!"
I swear they were
Where's
the same
chancellor
person.
when you need one? I need to speak to his brain.
So, you are all brought, or you all enter into the Great Hall of the Blackstaff Academy. It is massive. It houses Blackstaff is, while having a full university and everything, it's still not like a mega college, so it's got seats to accommodate, a good 100, maybe $125 individuals, and then there's about a dozen or so teachers that all position themselves around this large stage that kind of also it's right next to a large blackboard. And as everybody starts to file in, they already know immediately to stop the gossip, stop the talking, because the Blackstaff herself is standing upon the stage. And there is a long table with a sheet covering something that seems to be large and a little awkwardly shaped. You all file in. And as everybody slowly settles down, just as an additional note, because I like twisting the knife, Gideon, you do eventually catch sight of Illithor, who is walking with Pawpaw, and who looks around before locking eyes with you, and then sits next to Pawpaw.
What's funny is when kids think they have the upper hand. Because all that's told Gideon is, "Oh, you've chosen a class. You've chosen a specialty."
Yeah.
It's like, fine. Good.
In his childish mind, he's like, "Oh, Gideon's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be so upset, and I'm saying no. Like I'm proclaiming my power. Like all these things. In reality, you're like, no, that's
You weren't even allowed to sit over here anyway, so do you, child?
You're like that person who's like, I'm rebelling against my parents by hanging out with grandpa. Like, what kind of rebellion with grandpa are we talking about here?
yeah."
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vajra, as everybody finds their seats in a quiet, falls over everybody, they say, "Welcome, everyone. I apologize for the abrupt interruption to everyone's study and their evening, but there has been an important development to the south, and I would be remiss to not make it clear the potential danger that we could face." And that earns a little bit of whispers among the crowd before they Vajra just gestures, and the blackboard immediately starts showing in chalk a map of there was an attack. An adult red dragon had attacked the city of Uthkatla and to the south. And there is a worry for those amongst the Sword Coast that other cities could fall to the same predicament. So, today's assembly is to address some misconceptions of how our draconic beings operate, so that we may better understand and defend ourselves should another decide to attempt to attack Waterdeep or this school. They pull the sheet, and you can see it is a diorama. It is not a legitimate head, but there is a very lifelike model of a dragon's head that is placed upon a large podium. And they start going into the inner workings and biology of dragons so that they may teach, like, what to expect should you come upon one. Now, Gideon, your passive perception's 25. You notice two things. One, you can hear what sounds like a squeaky wheel coming from the hallway that you guys had come down. And you sort of glance and you can see that there is what looks to be other staff members, people who are like right hands of Vajra, that are wheeling what looks to be another display over. It's got another sheet on it. It's a much larger thing that is being like floated on a floating disc towards the front stage. I don't know why I said squeaky wheel. It's a floating disc. Anyway, but also there is one staff member that is not at this assembly. And it would be Nevin Torn. Yes, Verity.
I don't know how long it would take for Verity to realize that Torn still hasn't shown up. But upon that realization, I think Gideon would hear that or feel that like tap, tap, tap in the mental link.
And he would like raise Thor. He would raise his head slightly as if he's taking in what's going on. But with his passive deception of 26, you would know that he is listening in to you.
Torn's not here. Saw him in the hallway. He was headed in the opposite direction.
This does not surprise me. He was slimy before and he's slimy now. A question, GM. Obviously, Vajra is going to do Vajra as the Blackstaff and the headmaster as mistress of this place. Has Gideon clocked that she's clocked he's not here either? Because I would assume she would have done like a, make sure everyone's here type vibe.
Give me an insight check.
May I guidance?
Guidance, I'm sure.
So gotta ask me around all these wizards. I think it's like counterspell now.
I would love to see the counterspell rally as someone's like, I'm going to cast this spell, and 90 of the world's greatest wizards go, no,
Actually,
you don't.
Duck.
So real quick, because this just came to mind.
Yep.
I need you to roll a percentile die for me before you give me the result of your check. It's okay.
Sounds chill.
59.
You go to cast guidance on yourself, and at the same time, this floating disc carrying this thing gets a little bit closer.
Mhm.
And your guidance doesn't trigger.
As someone who has been here for a while, are those is there a level of anti-magic associated with those discs?
Not the discs. And in fact, in a very sort of open understanding on policy at the Blackstaff, they will teach of anti-magic, but they'll not have spots where it is active. What was the result of your insight? Because I can at least provide you that information.
Oh, no worries. 19.
19. With a 19, that's enough that there is, as they are starting to go into the organ that starts to develop the element that a dragon would then unleash with its breath, there is a little bit of a quick scanning of her eyes across everybody as she does clock that he's not there. Now this anti-magic moment happens. And Vajra says, oh, good, we have our next display. you see they wave their hand and the dragon head like just dissipates into sand and then like almost disappears from sight. Yes, would you please bring the next display up? It's at this point, Verity, you feel a little coming from your sword.
Verity sits up a little straighter. And Gideon, you know them. They are the type of shitbag that slouches through most of class.
Christ, I got scared. I thought something happened.
No, it's that like leaned back, usually has like a quill or something like fluttering between their fingers, or will even just sort of telekinetic have something like floating over their hand because the 80s are HDing most of the time. They sit up straight and look. Where is there any way to focus on what?
It is what is under that sheet.
Something's wrong.
What is it?
Something's wrong. I don't know. It's. I don't think that's supposed to be here.
Is this being
Verity.
said out loud or in your little mind chat?
It's in the mental link.
Am I still in your mental link?
I don't think you would be in the mental link.
Okay.
I think this is student and TA who need to quickly exchange information during class.
Because someone's doing some fuck
Someone's
shit.
doing some fuck shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of doing some fuck shit, can I just get a little randy and do a detect magic ritual to figure out what's under that El Tark?
Roll me a percentile die.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Ritual, it's 10 minutes.
I'm very slow.
Yeah, it's not a ritual; it's a cast.
I would
For
like
some
to-
people, it looks like a ritual. For me, I'm just doing my best. That's going to be a 74.
Okay. You cast the spell, which takes several minutes as it starts to approach. And you initially feel this like feedback for a little bit on yourself as you cast the spell. You're going to take 1 point of force damage.
Oh.
But the detect magic goes off, and you can see abjuration, evocation. Yeah, those 2 schools specifically are emanating hard off of what is under that tarp.
My
Fuck.
mind is spinning what that could be. I'm thinking evocation, kaboom, abjuration, protect, and as he's trying to, is there an Arcana check or a nature check I can roll to kind of get from A to Q?
Here's what I will say.
Q.
Oppo, Fetzig, and Gideon. Well, yeah, Gideon. We've had an action roll or an action to happen before what's about to happen is about to happen. You 3 have not yet done something with what's happening around you. I want to allow you an action to do what you will before something happens. You can already tell something's a little bit off. Probably, I'd say Fetzig. Passive deception, actually.
Well, so I think the only thing I've probably noticed is Verity suddenly sitting up straight.
Yeah.
Which is weird in and of itself.
Yeah, I've probably noticed them popping up like stovetop stuffing, like the and
Stovetop stuffing.
So I don't know if I know why, but that's weird.
I will say they are staring very intently at the thing that has been brought in on the disc. And I want to get to everybody else, but I would like to have something in my pocket just in case. Cujo.
Sure. Okay. What do you want to have in your pocket?
There's a spell that I want to prep.
Okay. Oppo.
Oppo is sitting in the back of the table with the rest of the evocation students, who he's lit most of them on fire by accident. So they kind of sit away from him. And then when they started talking about dragons, Oppo kind of just like hid under his hood to not get stared at by other evocation kids. So I don't think Oppo notices anything.
Okay.
And as far as Gideon goes, it's like the player in me is like, I'll prep. The Gideon has been a professor here for so long, things can be tricky. It's not necessarily danger, but it is what is it. If someone is having a reaction, perhaps an awareness or alertness getting upon them, it's not necessarily go into crisis mode, but he is going to try to see what Verity sees, and the only way he can do that is by ensuring that they can see it. So his action, as he is staring at this, he says, focus. What is it? And as he says that, he almost shifts his hand, and there is a white, bluish gold like transference of intent that goes to Verity that is siphoned right back in the same breath. As I'm going to give Verity a bardic inspiration die.
Okay.
Which is a D10. And there is a soft, like fractalized, almost mote that floats around in and out of existence every so often now around Verity. And in the same breath, a smaller variant that is around me. As again, I am a College of Ambition bard designed by myself, and I have an ambition die that I can use.
I love that. That's such a cool mechanic.
That's so cool. Once again, real quick, you said that the focus out loud or in the mental link?
I probably said that out loud.
Good.
Nice.
No, that's really important because focus is exactly what Fetzik uses when she doesn't go into a rage. She focuses. That's what she does. That's what she's been learning at the Blackstaff Tower. She doesn't get angry. She gets focused.
And
that's everything that she's been doing. And so in this moment, she's not going to actually activate mechanically what would be a rage. But I think hearing Gideon say focus, I think will start to put her into that defensive state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to activate something that is akin to that. So she's got magic awareness. As an action, you can open up your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to. She just knows. I'm not casting a spell.
That's cool.
I just focus for a moment. And I know I am in the middle of a room full of people who are probably covered in magic items. But I've clocked that thing is what everybody around me is suddenly real worried about. So I'm going to focus on that. But it's going to hurt for a little bit because everybody around me is probably covered in magic items, but I'm used to that.
I will tell you that you see something very strange as you activate your magical awareness. In a ring about 20 feet around this disc, you can clock magic items. You can clock spells. You watch almost all of them flicker and disrupt. It's at this point.
And it's like is it moving?
It is. So like, we'll say at this point it has made it to the stage. So we'll give it that you had like a second before it would have when you activated your awareness. You saw that flicker was like in a radius around this disc. Whatever's on this disc is causing this disruption.
And I think that would be like the rest of her action is she notices that and she's like, it's like sucking all the magic around it.
It's at this point. Just switch up the music a little bit.
I'm frightened.
No, it's fine, guys.
I am agog. I'm aghast.
I am a feart.
As Mary see
bold.
love at last.
Beautiful, you guys.
Oh my god.
You
I love
watch.
it.
Just as the Blackstaff kind of keys in to Gideon, Verity, and Fetzig, the tarp flies off as you hear, and there is a large steel watch that has been placed on this disc that immediately arms two cannons to lay down a lot of pain on the Blackstaff. However, somebody had a spell in their pocket. Laura, would you please tell me about the spell that you are about to cast, because your alarm is going to allow you one action before shit gets bad.
Yeah. It's the bardic inspiration that kind of helps, as Gideon said, Verity focus. They're watching the Blackstaff, watching this thing that's floating on the disc, this thing that is setting off the scimitar of warning that is strapped across their back, and it is humming against their spine in a way that is borderline uncomfortable. And as that tarp flies away is when everything clicks into place. Verity dives a hand into their component pouch, pulls out a glass bead, and shouts, "Blackstaff, down!" and throws that bead as I cast Odaluk's Resilient Spear to protect the Blackstaff.
You're an icon.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm doing, guys.
All right. Tell me about that spell.
Very sick.
I'm panicking. Hold, please. Freaking
You
out.
are an icon.
No, you're
Shitting, crying, throwing up.
and yet saving the day.
Yeah.
So
Apparently.
it's amazing.
Okay, shimmering sphere encloses a large or smaller creature or object within range. An unwilling creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be enclosed for the duration. The duration is concentration up to a minute. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier in or out, which we're going to deal with. Though the creature in that sphere can breathe there. The sphere is immune to all damage, and the creature or object inside cannot be damaged by attacks or effects originating from outside, nor can a creature inside the sphere damage anything outside of it. So at the very least, it will give her time to fucking run or get out of range.
So I have activated our map.
Let's go.
You cast the spell just outside of that radius around this steel watch, and as this thing slowly starts to rise, Vajra eyes it closely with like a fierceness, and then sees that bead, and then she smiles, reaches up and grabs it, and you watch as this like what looks like bulletproof golden glass of energy encircles her as she just accepts the spell. And you guys watch these cannons like everybody immediately is up and terrified as there are blasts coming from this cannon that just go up against that sphere. At the same time, almost like this was coordinated, you can hear behind you, towards the entryway, as fiery portals emanate on the ground, and two fiendish creatures apparate near the entrance behind you. But we're not done.
Keep coming.
The moment that sound echoes through the hall, you hear the sound of glass shattering as those two windows on both sides of that blackboard shatter in, as two dragons immediately fly in and land on the ground and immediately start going after and doing crowd control. Now, here's what's going to happen with this combat. First off, the gloves are off. There's that. I feel like I need to say that every combat from now on. But
Oh boy.
on initiative 20, which is typically a layer action, I am going to be making a roll to determine how many of these students or faculty are either incapacitated or taken. So, because of your alert, this will not be a surprise round. You guys are all going to go ahead and roll your initiative, and we will see what happens. Go ahead and give me that initiative when you have it, and I'm going to switch over to our combat overlay.
You're crazy for that, Cujo.
What? Which part?
You're crazy. All of that. You're
Love
crazy
it.
for that.
It's crazy.
It's very
That's
good.
wild. 18 for Pawpaw.
18 for me as well.
Okay, it's going to be...
Uh,
funnily enough, it's going to be Pawpaw who's going to be going ahead of you.
oh,
Hey, listen, I poured my stuff into strength, not dex.
That's
I'll poke
I
that.
just
got
happen to
that
have
old man
advantage on it.
Got a natural 19 for a dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Gideon, what'd you get?
18 on the die. But before I actually reveal this, I would love Laura to say what she got.
19 on the die for a 23.
Okay.
Work. So it would be 21 for Gideon. However, Spirit of Moxie dictates that I can choose myself and up to 5 other people that I can see when we roll initiative to gain a plus blank to the initiative equal to my proficiency bonus. But I'm so sorry, I'm a bard. So technically, Jack of all trades adds to that as well. So everyone add 6.
6 to our
There it
initiative.
is.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Oops, I
So
didn't
sorry,
mean-
my initiative is actually a 27.
Okay,
29.
wait, I need to relook at the game logs.
26.
Yeah.
How much are we adding? Sorry?
Plus 6.
Jeez.
So 24.
Yeah, that's a 24 for Pawpaw as well.
That's awesome.
And
Save
that's a
everybody.
27 for Gideon.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay. Now, quick question.
God, I miss Gideon.
1, 2, 3, 4. You said you could pick up to 5 other people.
Mhm.
Is there anybody else that you would include in this?
Where's the little shit who's trying to be a little bitch nugget right now? Where's Elazar?
Not a bitch.
Nugget.
Hold on. We have a
Screaming.
We have a thing. Here we go. Illithor
yes,
is going to be
bitch
right
nugget.
next.
Show us that
Victory.
bitch nugget.
There. He's in there too. Do you want him? Do you want him in combat?
So, if you'll allow me,
Sure.
because the other person in the bond would be Elithor,
Okay.
but his door has been closed. Little fucker. Because just in case, he wasn't lying. He's more than just a student to Gideon. So as Elithor feels a sudden sense of motivation, and Gideon's getting ready to do something moving in that same breath, he would feel eyes upon him. And in his mind, he says, "I don't care how you feel. Either you leave to be safe or you fight." but I will not make that decision for you.
You, as you say "for you" at the end, you hear in a tone that you've not heard, "I'm staying."
Then add a plus 60 your damn initiative.
All right. Well, that's gonna be a dirty 20 for Illithor. Not the best, but it's there. Okay. We've got our enemies. We've got our party members.
Now, I should also ask you, and it's totally whatever's fine. Do you want me? I don't know if you have an updated sheet from. Do you want me to pilot Illithor, or do
I
you
will-
want to pilot?
Go ahead and pilot him. You guys are level 13. I was gonna make him level 8 and
Okay.
like just beef him up a little
Yeah.
bit, like real quick. My brain was like, no, Illithor waiting me up high like Hambi as the carrot. Misstep by me as the DM. I apologize.
No. So you want me to do it, or you got it?
If you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I do
All right,
have.
cool.
I can just walk in real quick. Okay. Do that real quick.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm not first. Thank God. So,
Tell you what.
No.
Right around this time is we'll say we'll take our 10-minute break.
Oh,
here.
perfect. Okay.
That way it'll give us some time to make preparations, do the bio break thing, and then we'll be good to dive right in. So to those in chat who were totally seeing, right? That was so funny. We will see you guys in about 10 minutes. So go take your bio breaks, take your medicine if you haven't, get a snack, get a drink, and we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Be right back, everybody. And welcome back, everyone. So, initiative has been rolled. The battlefield is set with many enemies all around.
Oh my
Our
God.
first initiative is going to be Verity. What are you doing?
Laura's panicking. Verity has this kind of manning look on their face as they stand up so quickly and with such force that the chair beneath them just like crashes to the ground. Both scimitars are drawn, and the ring of those blades coming through, coming free, hums with a melody and a counter melody in and of itself as they invoke Blade Song.
Nice.
Okay. How far are these motherfuckers? Okay, I can't quite get to you.
I will say, just for map's sake, the stairs are fine. Terrain is normal. If you do try to climb like this, the seats themselves, it'll be considered difficult terrain.
Got it.
Because they're like a little bit higher and whatnot.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But with that Blade Song invoked, they now have 40 feet of movement. So they're gonna zoom and zoom. And these two ugly fuckers up at the top here, the Armanites. How high up am I looking at as far as like being able to see them?
Oh, they're on your level at this point.
Okay, they're on the level. Oh my God, I just closed the wrong tab.
Oh no!
Ah!
Come back to
Sorry.
us, Verity.
Hold please. Thank you.
Holding.
So what's gonna happen is there's gonna be almost like a roar of like just pent up energy as they go tearing out of their seat up the aisle, and the blades come over and out, and I will use that as my spell focus to cast Magic Missile
Hell yeah! Let me know what damage you deal.
at 3rd level. I would like to split that between the two the Armanites.
Okay, cool.
Okay. That is 4, 6, 8, 10 10 points of damage between the two of them, so we can just split it 5 and 5.
Okay, cool. Got it. 5 and 5. Now, there are other students and teachers that are up in arms trying to find any means of keeping themselves safe. But as the Armor Knights just let out these darts, and they react a little bit, just kind of out of annoyance, like, and they look right at you.
Good, because then they're not focused on the rest of the students and the faculty.
That works. All right.
That is action, bonus action, movement. Go.
All right, Gideon, we got you.
Okay, Gideon, seeing. Sorry, oh my gosh. I had to click into a thing. All right, I'm here. There we go. I need to look at that. Perfect. That's all I needed to know. You're not. Seeing how. Come on, Dean, to be on, please. Seeing how chaotic the situation just became very quickly, and making sure that Illithor is on his P's and Q's. Looks to Blackstaff for a moment just to see how they have reacted to all of this.
They are within the resilient sphere, and they are looking around terrified, and like they are amped with energy as they are watching their academy be attacked by multiple villains at this point.
Yep. Okay. Seeing this, his voice echo. He's not necessarily being thaumaturgic, but as a bard, he knows how to carry his voice, make it sound more than it is. And he says, "Fear not, students. Be safe. Teachers, let's handle this." And as he says that, he displays his hand, forming it together, and then looks over to where Verity and Fetzig are. Splaying his hands out, and as he does, he begins to twist in the air, and as he does, these almost chains and smoke and wisp begin to form around both Verity and Fetzig at the same time, as he splits a spell almost into two. As I'm going to cast haste, but specifically because of my item, an item that I have, a very ornate robe that I have on. When I cast a spell that only targets one ally and it doesn't have the range of self, I can target a second ally in range of the same spell. I can do it up to 3 times a day.
Boy.
So Verity and Fetzig both have haste upon them. With my bonus action, I'm going to, let me just double check this real quick. Yeah, with my bonus action, as that settles, he looks over to Pawpaw and says, "Hey, protect my son." And I flip almost a spectral coin to you. And it's not really a coin, it's just this manifested power. And as it hits you, it almost matches your abjuration shell around you. As I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration. That is a D10 to you as well. That is my full action stuff. But I am still bard, so bye. Just to get I'm just getting a survey. Oh no, there's a thing over there. There we go.
There are many things.
Yeah, there are.
Right,
that
cool.
that is action and bonus action.
Okay. Oppo, we come to you. You are now hasted. No, it's Fetzig. Just kidding. Oppo, we come to you, and you are distinctly not hasted.
And I am definitely not hasted. Oh, cool. Looking everywhere and seeing other students run, and I think Oppo like starts to point his hands at one of the dragons as they crackle with fire and lightning, and then he goes, "Focus on the fundamentals. Evocation doesn't mean destruction. Evocation doesn't mean destruction." And then he is going to try to capture and cast Force Cage on the green dragon, just to like Pokeball it.
Okay.
Just the right dimensions for a large creature.
Okay. What save am I rolling?
There is not one. An invisible wall of force springs to existence at a point you choose within range. The wall appears and oriented, vertical, blah, 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 blah. You can turn it, you can form it into a hemispheric dome or globe with a radius of 10 feet. The wall is quarter-inch thick for the last duration. If the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature is hold on, I might have fucked this up. If the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, I don't think it should. I should just be able to pull it around the creature
Okay.
and trap them in the wall force. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and cannot be dispelled by dispel magic, disintegrate, blah 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 blah.
Wow. Yeah, you cast this and you watch this green dragon like immediately like shrink up into this orb that has formed around them invisibly, and they like as it like starts to roll a little bit, and then you just hear
Like a hamster in a wheel.
Kinda.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say, just because why not? It's gonna roll down here and be stuck in that little alcove as it is
Sick.
in Force Cage.
Sweet. I will use my movement 6 to start running towards Gideon. He goes, Professor G, did you see that? I didn't kill it.
Why?
You told me the fundamentals. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. This might have been a good. Okay.
Context!
You're wonderful. Stay on guard.
Amazing. Amazing.
Am I
Okay.
adopting Oppo too at this point? Oh my god.
I love it so much.
Your students are having a rough time. You know, it happens.
Anything else for Oppo?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. We come to Pawpaw.
Yeah.
With the epic
Papa, save us.
So, Paw Paw's going to kind of grab that coin, kind of feel the bardic inspiration, and he's going to kind of look over his old back at Ilthor for a second, and he goes, he says, remember, standing still ain't running away. It means you ain't taking it anymore. And he starts to slowly raise his hands as energy begins to charge from him. And I need both dragons to make a charisma saving throw.
Jesus. I don't know if you know this about young dragons. They are so charismatic, you guys. So charismatic. Okay. That does end up being a dirty 20.
A dirty
I'll say
20.
that is going to
Okay.
be for the green dragon. We'll do black dragon. We got a 14.
Okay. So, as I raise my hands, as I say that speech about standing still and running away just means no more, I raise my hands up high, and I just go, be gone. As I cast Banishment at 5th level, allowing 2 creatures to be banished simultaneously. Now, with the dirty 20, meets it, beats it, but with a 14, that fucker's in the Shadow Realm, baby.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
There's this
Crowd control, bitch.
this little discharge of energy, and the black dragon is no longer here.
And as I cast that with a bonus action, you see my old hands and my shaky old head find something in midair and I grab it. I'm like, good to see you. And I start to stretch out this fabric of energy. And as I flap it, you see another turtle shell begin to form around me as I cast Arcane Ward. An abjuration barrier of 31 HP as a bonus action forms in front of me. Secondary shell.
Is that okay? Not to be the stickler. Is that another slotted spell or is that a feature?
That is a feature of the Abjuration Wizard, baby.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay. I see
That
you.
is good.
Hell yeah. Good shit. Okay. My enemies are already starting to fade. I love this so much. So much. Okay, cool. Anything else on your turn? Any movement?
That's a great question. I'm actually going to move over to the Armanites
Okay.
because you're gonna hate it when they fail banishment
Oh.
because they don't get to come back.
Great. Okay.
Banishment's concentration, right?
It's concentration, yeah. But the thing is, once I make an Armanite gone, he's gone. The
As
other
long as
dragon
you're
comes back.
concentrating.
Mhm.
Exactly. Well, hold on.
It's still the minute.
Nope.
Yeah,
It
you
has
have to
to
hold
make
it for a
it to the
minute.
end of the minute.
It says here, if the target is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend, the target doesn't return if the spell lasts for a minute. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
look at me
good.
telling the wizard how to
It's a good
wizard. What's
move.
wrong with me?
That is true.
I love it. All right. Up next, we have Fetzig.
Vetzig stands up, watches all the wizarding going on, feels the jolt of energy from the haste spell, and takes a long look at the steel watch thingy. I don't even know if she knows that this is a steel watch. This weird mechanical thing that has this ball of anti-magic, flickering magical something, dead magic around it. Well, I guess it's time that we dance. And she picks up the halberd and kind of slams it against the ground. And all of the kind of relaxed, happy demeanor fades as she just stands up very, very straight, gets a very serious look on her face. And she's gonna focus.
Hell yeah.
She's gonna rage.
Hell yeah.
And then the students who've always kind of wondered, what is this bugbear doing in all these classes, are gonna see why. As I'm gonna roll a d8 and we're gonna see what the hell happens. 3. Hey, remember I said get that flump out?
Yes.
Oh no.
Exploding flop!
Exploding flump. So she's staring really intently at this mechanical thing. And then she kind of looks right next to it as Flump appears right next to it. Just kind of floating there. And the two of them make eye contact. And they make eye contact in the way that like two old friends make eye contact. Like they've done this dance a million times before. And there's a nod between the two. And then Fetzig is gonna take a deep breath because she doesn't actually know what's about to happen, but there's only one way to find out. And her little winged boots are gonna start flapping as she's gonna fly 80 feet with her movement with haste.
Oh boy. Okay.
And she's gonna fly in and engage in the steel watch.
As you fly into that radius, I would like for you to roll me a percentile, please.
Sure. That'd be 24.
Okay. You surge into that barrier, and your haste remains active. Your boots remain active. Your active effects remain
Okay.
for this round.
Okay. Now, do I only need to worry about magic stuff, or is any of my innate stuff?
I'm gonna say. All right, enemy design, Cujo. I'm gonna say that these are this effect that is surrounding this thing
Mhm.
affects the specific schools of magic,
Okay.
meaning spells themselves or active effects from spells.
Okay.
If you have features about yourself, that is
Okay.
fine. that won't be affected. But if there are any actual spell effects, like from a particular magic item or what have you, those will be impacted by the thing.
Awesome. That makes life easy because I have a bunch of features that are not spells. Great. She will land and she's gonna start swinging.
All right, go for it.
Because I go before this thing, I think I only get it on the first hit. If you hit a creature that has not taken a turn yet in the current combat with an attack roll, it takes an extra 2d6 damage.
Nice.
If I hit a creature with an attack roll, I'm assuming that's just the first hit, but we'll. All right, so
I kind of feel like it would. I mean, with sneak attack, it always says like once per turn or what have you.
yeah.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay, because I'm about to hit this thing 3 times.
Do it.
Okay, first
Do
hit
it. I dare
is,
you.
33 to hit.
Okay. I'm suddenly second guessing my dare. Yep, that's gonna hit.
I'm not doing nearly as much damage as Udazash, so here we
That's
go.
true.
Second one, 18, 19, 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay, and 35 to hit.
Jesus.
I
Yes.
My bonus to hit is ridiculous. Okay, so we're gonna do. Here comes all 3 damage. 16 plus 26, 27, 37, 44 plus 6. Yes. 4, 64. 65 total damage with my magical halberd.
65 damage.
You watch as Fedzig just silently, there's no grunting, there's no screaming, there is no yelling, there's barely even any like sounds of exertion. Just with the halberd, there's a slash, and then there's a thrust, and then comes out. And then at the end of her turn, she makes his eye contact with the flump again, and then the flump explodes.
Fedzig, it was so wonderful to see.
One of these days, he's going to stick around for longer than 5 minutes, and it's going to be great. I need the Steel Watch to make a dexterity saving throw DC 16.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a direct feature, or was it with this like an AoE effect from this thing exploding?
At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
So, as this flump starts to explode, you hear this as there is a crowd control measure that is activated on the Steel Watch. Instead of the 20, a dirty 20 I would have gotten, that is going to be a 30.
Okay. Let's see. So there's no half
Legendary
damage.
resistance crowd control.
Okay. Is that its reaction?
It's not a reaction. It just gets that.
Oh, okay.
If there is an AoE spell that is targeting it, it gets a big bonus to its save.
Is that considered a spell?
Whenever the Hellfire Steel Watcher Titan rolls a saving throw affecting multiple targets, it gets a meh to its saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, I just did the math for you guys. It gets a
That's
plus
fine.
10.
That's fine. So yes. And that is
Okay.
the end of my turn.
Okay. After Fedzig, we have Illithor.
Who is probably like, inside.
I imagine he is, but he's also like, there's this like familiar adrenaline that hits his system. So he's like, Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And I think in that adrenaline, he will take a couple of steps back, just kind of surveying the space, I guess. But in that, I think he's probably thinking about, what Gideon just said, thinking about his connection to Papa, feeling confident in himself. Yeah, I think and as he feels that confidence, he looks at this steel watch, because he's going to probably go after this steel watch. Probably not the best idea, but he's going to. And he's going to just almost narrow his eyes, and his eyes are going to become slit like the dragon that he is. And all dragons need a prey, and a prey he shall get as he casts Hunter's Mark.
Ooh, love it.
That's the point.
He's going to cast Hunter's Mark, and in that, he's going to rear himself back before. Can I choose? I can. Great. Rear himself back as he almost spits in his hands, and there is a greenish glow that begins to emanate, and he thinks about his somatics. He thinks about peace, but in this moment, he needs to be a little more specific. Sorcerer's Burst.
Ooh, I love it. Okay.
So he's gonna roll. Like this. Oh, come on, Elithor. 25.
25 will hit.
So a couple of things as I crack my knuckles. He is a draconic sorcerer, and he's dealing poison damage right now.
Mhm.
So I will be adding an additional +4 damage to this roll, to one of these
Okay.
rolls. And things happen if I roll 8. Let's see if I do.
Okay.
And this is poison damage. That's not an 8. What are you? You're too far. What are you? Not an 8 either. That's okay. He's trying. So that's going to be 6. Oh, I have one more. What am I talking about? Do I have one more? Huh? No, I do not. That is 6, 10 points of poison damage. Oh, no.
Sorceress Burst leaves Ilithor's hand, and Gideon, you see it fly true and collide with the steel watch, which does not react at all, as you have discovered an immunity of the steel watch.
You're giving this man sadness. He was so excited about this.
Listen, it might not have done damage, but it got you valuable information about this
For
thing.
Ilithor, he's like, man, I tried. Oh, well, he's not gonna do that. But even though it doesn't do as much damage, I think Gideon will see a small scratch regardless. As from Hunter's Mark,
Oh yeah.
it deals 4 points of force damage.
There
Hell
you go.
yeah.
There
Got
you
it.
go.
The spot where the Sorcerer's Burst hit, like the metal plate like on its shoulder just dents just a little, like it's unseated.
Cannot do that because that's funny. But that is his action and bonus action.
Okay.
And that is what he will do.
Okay. The young black dragon is in a harmless demiplane right now and can't do anything. But the Armonites can.
Oh.
So we're gonna have them do some things.
Can Armandhammer not?
Listen, Army Hammer.
God damn it.
Our neighbors are going like, I like to eat people. And then the Armonites, they also eat people.
We're gonna start with Armonite A. Let me just make sure we're well. Yeah, we're good. A is gonna run up to Verity and is going to attempt some attacks. We've got a claw, a hoof, and a serrated tail. So we're gonna start with the claw. Hiya. Will a 24 hit?
It would if I didn't cast shield.
Well,
Blade
good
zingers.
for you. The claw just scratches across that arcane energy. They are still going to attempt. To
Go
try to
for
hit
it.
you.
Oh. It's a natural something.
That's a nat 20, isn't it?
I was going to say, did Cujo get to write his own entry in the book? Yes. Okay.
It happens.
Yep. Yep. I have to pull out the book in a second. Just taking a picture of the die so you can see it. That is going to be a
Trust
natural
you.
20. So that's going to be for the hoof. And then the serrated tail.
Oh, too bad. There's a silvery barbs coming.
Sorry.
Damn.
Oh, and it gets worse. If you even can hit, you're not going to do more than 30 damage.
Yeah.
Fine.
Gassed him up
Verity,
about
you can
that.
have advantage.
Fine. You know what? Fine.
Hmm.
I rolled a 4. We're not going to talk about it. The tail
That was dirty.
It's not going to hit either. But you know what? He's trying. And that's the important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see from the side, the corner, just from the camera kind of goes over slightly as Gideon just like staring and just pulls together a small little bead and just boom. No.
No.
So,
Need that TA.
Armonite B. I need to. Yeah. Armonite B saw the black dragon disapparate, and that serrated tail. You watch as the Armonite crouches down, and that serrated tail unleashes a bolt of electricity. It is 60 foot long and 10 foot wide, so I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from Paw Paw and Illithor.
Okay. I may have to cast a spell next round that will make
What?
our
In
dragon
D&D?
friend come back.
Never.
No, what? As a wizard?
In an all wizard one shot? Ish.
Hey,
Yeah, I said ish.
Ish. Magic adjacent. We're all magic adjacent.
Oh.
that is accurate.
Yeah, actually, I'm not mad at this, so I'm okay. So the dragon will not come back next round.
Okay.
No, hell no.
Okay. 34 points of lightning damage to Illithor.
You see Illithor as it's coming. Again, he's not feeling sad that he didn't do much, but he's like, dang it. And I think in that moment, that lightning flash is for a moment like the Eldritch Blast that was coming. And he's going to absorb elements.
Oh,
Nice.
good
Which-
move.
It's just somatic. To absorb that lightning. So it was 30 something, what?
34.
So going down to 17. It was just still a lot for them. He's ow.
All right. PJ, you disappeared for the overlay once again. I don't know why. Hold on, I can't hear you.
Oh.
I can hear you now. You're good.
Yeah.
He's good on this contact.
Stevie, really fast. Do you want Illithor to take no damage?
Yes, but
Okay, cool. Reaction.
what would the
is
teacher
now-
do to the student is what I was saying. It's up to you.
No. If you're having a teacher-student moment, I don't want to step on that. I mean,
No,
Papa's already stepped on
please
that.
do. He would
You're
probably
also his
still do it
teacher.
regardless, but that doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing.
Fair enough. So as a reaction, so first of all, I have an item in my kit called the Eyes of Googly. They are googly eyes you can throw on anything, and it becomes a sentient creature without intelligence, without the ability to speak. It's on my back. As I'm walking around, 2 googly eyes are on my shell. Suddenly, as a reaction, I'm gonna grab the ephemeral shell, put googly eyes on it, and throw it over to Illithor. So whatever damage breaks through from that absorb has to then go through the 31 HP barrier that I put up, cutting it
Okay.
to 0 and my shield to about half.
Okay.
And that's my
Now-
reaction.
Wow.
Love it. Now, Pawpaw, what was your dexterity save result?
I'm so glad you asked, because as an old man, you know, my knees aren't good, but I like to speak it with my full chest. That's a 24 dexterity saving throw.
What the fuck?
Damn.
All right, that's going to be, what did I say, 34, so 17 points of lightning damage for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
The green dragon is force caged. So there's that.
Green Dragon is in timeout.
Yeah.
Now, question about resilient sphere. So they can't influence anything on the outside of the sphere? I just want to make sure I understand.
No, hold on. Where are you? It's basically a less badass globe of invulnerability.
Okay. Yeah, they
also,
can't. Oh, go ahead.
if she tells Verity to drop it, they will drop it.
As the initial attack from this steel watch subsides, she is perfectly safe, but she is going to look at Verity. Darling, would you mind?
There's a flourish of one of the scimitars, and that golden shimmering sphere shatters and vanishes.
Okay. Let's see.
Mostly because I just want to see what the fuck the Blackstaff can do, because it's the fucking Blackstaff.
It's Blackstaff
Right.
Fiona Grande. Like, she's
Right.
gonna eat.
Yes.
Oh, PJ's down.
Got him too good.
I'm still up. I was just killed by Staffiana Grande. That absolutely
Ariana
killed me.
Grande is very
It's very good.
Okay. I am going to have the steel watch make a saving throw.
Ooh,
Ooh la la.
it's given safe. Uh-oh.
You watch as Vajra reaches into their robes now that the steel watch is like preparing for another large attack and presents a mithril orb. Her eyes glow with the same sheen of that mithril, and you watch this orb surrounds the steel watch entirely, and then you watch it like phase into the fucking ground as she casts imprisonment,
Oh.
which is a 9th level spell.
Let's go.
What is the intelligence of the steel washer?
-2.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
it's never coming back.
That'll do it.
No, it's gone. He's gone.
The
forever.
target is entombed far beneath the earth in a sphere of magical force that is just large enough to contain the target. Nothing can pass through the sphere, nor can any creature teleport or use planar travel to get into or out of it. The special component for this version of the spell is a small mithril orb.
Vajra's
Terrifying.
pissed.
Yeah.
Good for her.
So
She's
we're
like,
just gonna.
you came into my school
Fiona.
during my peer assembly. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's funny what happens when you have a character with an item of warning,
Mhm.
because that one thing changed everything about where this combat was going to go.
It's almost like I had an inkling that there was going to be fuck shit.
Yeah.
That being said, she is going to, having completed that spell, she is going to move around a little bit to get a better view of the Armonites. And I want to check. I don't think she's got too many bonus action. No, she doesn't. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. She is going to focus, and she's going to let the staff in her hand go for a moment, and you watch as it on its own orbits around her as she is ready to throw the fuck down with whatever is left.
Let's go.
Now, the steel watch is gone, so there's that. And as we come to the top of the initiative, something else happens.
Shit.
You guys are in the Grand Hall, which is not in the tower itself. But you can hear through those shattered windows as you see through the window deep red, almost black wings with a trail of smoke behind it as a large dragon with what looks like red scales, but with horns that look cruel and wrong emanating from its skull. As it flies across the window, you see it loose a breath weapon that is a mixture of necrotic and hellfire, as a hellfire dragon takes off towards the tower itself. We now come to the top of the initiative. Both dragons are effectively removed. You only have the Armonites, which at this point are only focused on you guys. I will say that lightning bolt is going to hit some others, and we are going to say that 7 students are caught in that blast and fall prone. They are not dead, given that we are dealing with an academy. Nobody's gonna die in this fucking school, because that would be fucking weird. So, but 7 students are hit and are incapacitated off to the side, and there are other students, who are fluent in healing, are immediately running in to try to patch them up as best they can. But yes, it's at this point we are now going to top of the initiative. Verity, we come to you.
So this Armonite barrels down on them and very nearly rocks their shit, were it not for equal parts shield and Gideon with the assist. So Verity blocks with one of the scimitars, and there's that sheen of arcane energy, and then the shield drops, and they just look up at this creature and cock their head. That's cute. They give a return growl as the shadows at their feet seem to travel up their back, affixing themselves to their shoulder blades and spread out into 2 huge skeletal black wings. As for the bonus action, I would like to activate their Celestial Revelation as the Necrotic Shroud.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Gideon is happy to refer to himself as human. Verity calls themselves Angel Blood for a reason.
Oh, that's so good.
I also, it's not a very high DC, but we can see what happens. I need a DC 13 charisma save.
Oh shit, that's a 17 on the die.
Okay, that's fine. Nothing happens.
Still terrifying.
Yeah. And those lovely spring green eyes are just full black sclera.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, and then Verity just starts swinging.
Yes. Carve him up.
That first is a 20 to hit. Not 30-20.
Will hit.
Second is a 21.
21 will hit.
So I'm going to go ahead and do the damage on that because technically I've got 2 attacks, 3 attacks, or an extra. Do I have a whole? It's a whole extra action, right?
It's an extra attack if you choose the attack action. It's only one
Okay.
attack though if you do attack action.
Okay, so the first attack is 8 points slashing damage.
Got it.
Another 8 points of slashing damage. So that was the first
Got it.
attack action. For the second action, we're gonna Verity swings with the scimitar again, and lightning crackles along the edge of the blade and like zaps over the creature as I would like to use the scimitar to cast Shocking Grasp.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Does a 22 hit?
Jesus. Yes.
Plus 3, 1. Where's my other goddamn D8?
Our other D8s that we love. No D8 shall go unloved.
No D8 shall go unloved.
Use them all.
That is 16 points of lightning damage, and they cannot make opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn.
Awesome. All right. Give me a second. I'm just going to mark that. Cool. Yeah, just you're seeing this black ichor that steams as you carve open its flesh, just seep out from those wounds, and it is still up, but that was a fucking great run there.
And you know what? Add an extra 5 necrotic to that.
Got it. Is that from your shroud?
Yep.
Let me see. Yeah, no, he takes it. He is not immune or resistant to necrotic, so there you go.
Suck it. And I think that is actually what Verity shouts before they dart out of the way, because this fucker can't take an opportunity attack now.
I actually like the idea that Blackstaff just from a distance goes, "Language, darling."
Little busy mom.
I mean, all right. Up next, we've got Gideon.
Seeing this creature get shunted into the ground, seeing everyone get prepared, Apo, Papa, Verity, Fetzig, everyone, Vajra. There's a moment where in all of them, in weird ways, he's remembering a Hexblood, a Tiefling, and a Dragonborn. Just remembering the adventuring life. But he has to focus because in the side of his eyes he sees Illithor prepped, ready to go, and and for a moment it's funny because while Verity may be angel touched, he has never claimed to be more than just man, because he is. He was not raised by the celestial powers. He was not raised in a ritualistic monument to whomever. He was just a guy who began to learn and study and grow. And if he can worship or respect a man that became a god, then that's all he needs. And that's when he activates his his ASMR power, which forms in 2 fractal wings that begin to beat as he flies about 15 feet off the ground. And with a beat of those wings, 3 bursts of an Eldritch Blast go towards the second Ammonite.
Hell yeah.
So that's going to be 25 to hit for the first attack.
That'll absolutely hit.
Just do damage again. And that is another 25 to hit.
Yep.
And that is I'm gonna add my D8 just to be safe for my own ambition die. It's an 8. So that makes it a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
To which he will do. And where's the other? God, I'm still stressed.
The sounds of rolling.
It's stressing. Oh, that is the. I can throw 3 2s.
Ooh.
Plus 5 radiant. So that will be 11 points of damage. And that's okay. That is his action, his bonus action. I didn't hear you use it, so don't forget that Verity had advantage from his last silvery barbs on whoever she does next. And then I believe it's Mogbog and Fetzig. No, Mogbog and Verity who have the D10 bonus. That's what we got.
All right. Up next, we've got Oppo.
Oppo kind of like sits there in awe, watching Verity kind of just like slice up this thing. And he's like, "Hell yeah!" And then sees Gideon do something. He's like, "Hell yeah!" And then he looks back and realizes Verity's not there anymore. And now he's staring at this Armonite. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And he lightning crackle. He's like, "Professor G, I'm allowed to hurt this thing, right?"
Yes.
Okay, mega zippy zappy, and he casts chain lightning.
Oh shit!
And it'll be just long enough to hit both of them. So it's
Mega zippy zappy.
Yeah, he knows all these spells from birth, but no one told him what they were called. He's just always known how to do them.
Mega zippy zappy. I'm adopting him.
So yeah, 18,
Sweet baby.
DC 18 dex save.
Okay. That is a 15, so it's gonna be a failure.
And that for both of them because
Oh,
it'll
that's
chain
right.
light to the other one.
Can I just make sure he fails? Can I just be an 11?
The
Oh, sorry. I'm also a diviner.
Dad, the 11 we rolled earlier. Let's go, baby.
Yay!
You said
Ooh,
those can't roll,
man.
you can't
And I
roll,
have
they
to.
work.
I never like cutting off DMs. It is not the thing you do. But in
No,
this
it's great.
case, a portent, you have to before they say what the roll is.
Fair enough.
Ooh. I am learning things about running an all caster one shot. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's gonna be another 15.
Which just told us that he doesn't have a super high dex.
Oh.
I needed to know what the roll was to see if he fails or not. Information.
Playing 4D chess over here, man.
Yeah,
I mean, when you're-
yeah, these sussing out the intricacies of these Armonites, definitely top tier knowledge needed.
I didn't even know these things existed. I don't know.
All right, give me that damage.
That is 58 points of lightning. Well, I'm a invoker, so I get to add 5. So 63 points of lightning damage to each of them.
It's so
I rolled
good.
very well.
Okay.
Sweet mother of God.
Oh my god.
I mean,
You said 60 what?
63. Nice.
Oppo, you watch this Armonite in front of you convulse and then fall motionless onto the ground with all sorts of smoke lifting from its flesh as you watch that torrential electric storm that you just cast into that then leap to the second one, and it almost completely ruins this creature, who lets out this horrifying shriek of pain. Yeah.
I'm not gonna start the apocalypse, I swear. And he kind of, I guess I'll honestly, he would just reposition as much as he could towards Gideon.
Okay.
And that is Oppo.
Wow. Hey, Papa.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
So, Pawpaw sees everything going on, and he goes, "Okay, now how do we do that?" And he starts to form. You start seeing the base sigil of Mordenkainen. You start seeing his name, his runes. You start seeing this ancient sigil. And as it finishes, he takes his hand and sticks it through and pulls out a little rubber ball. And he goes, "Good old Borgy Porgy." And he throws the rubber ball, and the rubber ball lands right in front of Armonite B, the one right there.
Mm-hmm.
And the ball, doom, 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 doom. And suddenly you see the ball stop moving, gets picked up, and you see this old turtle going, "That's a good girl. I missed you, Joy. So good to see you, Joy." As I cast Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound.
Oh.
This is Papa's dog. An old man has got to have a good old girl by his side, and here comes Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound, which, in this edition, is insane. You conjure a phantom watchdog in an unoccupied space that I can see within range. The hound remains for the duration, which, by the way, 8 hours, no concentration.
God, I mean, yay!
The hound remains for the duration until the two of you are more than 300 feet apart. No one but me and the hound can see each other. The hound is intangible and invulnerable. When a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet of it without first speaking the password that I specify when I cast the spell, which was Morgy Borgy, because he's so old he doesn't know how, he's not good with names. The hound starts to bark loudly. The hound then has a true sight with a range of 30 feet, but here's where it gets spicy. At the start of each of my turns, the hound's going to attempt to bite one enemy within 5. Enemy must make a dex saving throw or take 4d8 force damage. And then I can make it move with the magic action up to 30 feet every round. So this dog comes out, sees the Armonite. "That's my good girl. I missed you." Takes a huge bite out of it. 4d. Give me that dex save.
6.
DC was 20, baby.
Jesus.
The familiar that you can't hurt
Yep.
because it's a good dog.
It's
Because
Mhm.
it's a good dog.
It's a good dog. Not only can you not hurt it, but also, because I think I've learned this spell. I think this is supposed to be like something you put up in the camp when you go to sleep, so it watches all of you.
Yep.
But it's also a combat spell, baby. And that means you're going to be taking, that's going to be 16 force damage.
So,
Oh, no.
bring it back to non-combat.
Before
Yeah.
we completely go out of combat, though, this young green dragon is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we technically can't stab it or anything, but there is one last thing I want to try to do.
Hit me.
So, Morgy Borgy destroys this actual last combatant.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that Fetzig has been watching this, but has also been kind of looking out the window at whatever that thing was that went by and is looking over at the green dragon. And she actually she doesn't put her halberd down, but definitely holds it at her side and reaches into the backpack that she has, and she pulls out a hat, a crumpled little hat. And she's going to go walking up to the green dragon. She's still got this very serious, very focused look. She's going to look directly at this dragon.
She is coming. It doesn't matter what you do to me. Mother is here.
You know, I'm glad you're talking, because that's actually what I wanted to know is who was responsible for all of this. And I'm going to try to use, because Fedsig doesn't really know how to cast any spells.
Mm-hmm.
But once a day, she tries to use her hat and cast a spell. And today, she's going to try to cast Encode Thoughts and try to pull as she asks. And I know this isn't exactly how it works, but she doesn't exactly know how these spells work. She just knows she's seen Professor Gideon do something like this, and where he asks questions and then pulls the memory from people. So she's going to ask this dragon, who's responsible for all this? And she's going to try to cast Encode Thoughts using her hat.
Okay. Is this a save that I would have to make?
Well, so first I need to make a DC 10 Intelligence Arcana check to see if I can cast the spell.
Can any of us give you aid on that?
So fortunately, I do have a +5 to Arcana. So let's see if that happens. Let's see if I cast the spell.
You got it.
Wait. Oh, go ahead.
That's a dirty 20, so I cast the spell.
Okay.
You're good.
So she uncrumples the hat, which looks like the most classic wizard hat, like cliche. It is, and it's like wrinkled and old. And those of you who have asked, it actually was a hat that was given to her by her parents, because this weird thing that she has was handed down from generation to generation. If you cast a spell while concentrating, blah blah blah, you can transform.
Damn you, Tony.
Yeah, it actually looks exactly
awesome.
like that. It is, and it's when this weird power shows up in her family once every like 10 generations. They don't know what to do with it, so they give her the hat and they send her off to the Blackstaff, and they say, "Go figure out how to focus this power." And that's what they do.
Fine.
I don't see a save. You can transform it just says manipulate. Yeah. And now technically I'm not doing this correctly. It says if you cast the spell while concentrating on a spell or ability that allows you to read or manipulate the thoughts of others, you can transform the thoughts or memories you read rather than your own into a thought strand. So there's no save. She's technically just not using it correctly.
I'm here for it. So, first, let me illustrate this Armonite.
The dragon.
Well, yes, but I want to illustrate what happens with this Armonite right before it dies.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Pawpaw, you summon forth your hound that nobody else can see. So I will go from their perspective. You watch this little rubber ball be picked up, and then like a little bit of movement, and then you watch the upper half of this Armonite disappear, and you hear a crunch as something very big just basically bit this Armonite in half, and now there's just mess all over the ground.
Verity yells something really untoward in Celestial.
I imagine Pawpaw they was like, "Oh, you're such a good girl. You really killed the crap out of that demon. Oh, you gave him the kisses. Oh, you're giving the kisses. Yeah."
The other teachers have heard about the legend of this dog. We've never seen it in action because even True Sight doesn't reveal it.
Yup.
Oh, damn.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
it just says it's intangible. It doesn't say it's invisible. Even True Sight doesn't reveal it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What in
Vulnerable,
the sweet hells?
The best of good boys. This thing cannot be touched.
That is the
Tony.
bestest of goodest of dogs.
The bestest of the goodest of the dogs.
Oh my land.
Tony, come back.
Also, Tony, come back.
Tony,
come back.
We can blame it. No. Also, I love the idea. I love the idea of it going crunch and the, like horrific like murder show, and then the little ball gets picked up again.
Yeah, it's like Clifford the
Squeak,
big
squeak,
evil
squeak.
dog. Like, it's
Whoa,
like, Clifford's
Tony.
like, I will murder everyone. Like,
That's
you're
what
gonna
I
get
look
belly
like
rolls.
now.
Oh no! What happened, Tony?
Yeah, I have no idea, man.
Oh no.
No, Tony.
Wild.
Here's all that
Yeah.
happened. Oppo is now in the weave.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, buddy.
Is that the weave or the net?
Apparently you are the Matrix.
I was gonna say it's
Oh,
one of the
buddy.
right
Games.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't
That's
Oppo's
not
in
your
the
fault.
Matrix. It's all good.
Oof.
So,
This is what the young green dragon is seeing inside of that porcelain.
yeah. No,
Absolutely.
here's what I will reveal to you with that encode thoughts. And it's accompanied by the green dragon, full chested, explaining this at the same time, audibly, for everybody in the Great Hall to hear.
The Queen of Dragons now walks in your lands.
The encode thoughts is revealing a memory of her in the wilderness somewhere. You see a hellish portal apparate in the sand as her form slowly rises. It is humanoid in shape, but she rises, and that hellish energy fades from sight as she the green dragon once again.
Her agents gather with nothing but hatred for you and yours in their hearts.
You see another memory from this green dragon's perspective as Tiamat walks through this wilderness and more portals start to form next to her as she moves, as more creatures start to crawl forth, and you see red, white, blue, green, and black Abishai all crawl from these portals and like almost tear off these like small tethers of some sort of energy that's like wanting to pull them back down, but they quickly muscle these tethers free.
And her message has been received by one of your own.
You see an image of Nevin Torn standing in this wilderness, greeting the Queen of Dragons with a smile as a larger portal apparates next to Tiamat and these Abishai.
And it seems his skill with arming our agents is uncanny.
You watch this memory again of this infernal hellfire dragon's arm reaches through the portal as it climbs out, and there is a missing eye. And then a skeletal, undead hand reaches up through that portal, much larger and much more monstrous, as it sinks into the ground. And you watch this memory apparate before you of this hellfire dragon being pulled from the hells onto the material plane. It's at this point the green dragon stops, and you hear, echoing from outside, the tower. Blackstaff Tower. You hear, and you look and can see from the top, where there is a lighthouse at the very top of it, this hellfire dragon breathes this infernal flame down, and you watch it as walls and windows burst. And you watch this tower and you see it splash into the sea. Gideon.
All of that. The memories, the truth. Nevin. The tower. He is just but a man. He can do so much. And he knows that. But right now he is just a man. But there's someone who isn't. I can't do anything in a split, a second, a millisecond, or nothing. Gale can. Can Gale let the second chances know what just happened, please?
As you have that thought, you hear, already working on it, darling. And you feel that presence still there, but you can definitely just feel that he is at work with this message and with this possible sign of what's to come. And it is here that we are going to end tonight's one shot.
Yay. Did we win?
Udazash is going to be so happy that he's still missing his eye.
So is old Marcus.
I know that all is like horrible and like we should be like dun dun dun, but in the back of my head, as soon as like one eye gone, Udazash was like, he's still missing his eye. I'm like, Udazash, shush, this is bad. But he's still missing his eye. We're going to take the other one. I'm like, shush.
You thought he was researching the hand of Vecna to find it?
No.
I didn't know what he was researching it for, but
it
yeah.
made sense immediately. It made sense immediately. Oh, I hate it.
Ugh.
So, as we end our session, I would like to give it to our wonderful cast. Let them know who you are, where we can find you, and how we can support you. We'll start with Lauren.
Oh, I'm so excited to just destroy them all. I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. Just go to the front page. You'll find it all there. This has been so much fun. I love playing with these people, and I love the challenges that Cujo sets for us, and I love when I get to just see all the ridiculous stuff that happens. So yeah, that's everything, because these people are awesome. So thank you.
Oh my God. Hi, Jesus. I knew it was going to be an episode. I didn't know what it was going to be. And I'm stressed. I'm Omega, though, also known as Cryptbart across all social media channels. Usually Leopold. Today was Gideon. Love being back in his footsteps for a bit. Find me where you find me. I don't know.
It's a very zen approach. Find me where you find me.
Where you find me, man.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Good evening. Hello. It's Laura. It's Tutu. It's Laura Tutu. You can normally find me as Winifred Fithiok, or Digital Hexblood Warlock Divine Soul Sorcerer. Here in Nano, I've been Verity Trace, the blade singing badass of Blackstaff. LauraTutu.com. That's the implications of this one shot. That's all I got for you. Take it away.
I am Tony Rodriguez, aka the Encounter Smith. You can find me anywhere under the Encounter Smith. I'm actually preparing some stuff that I'm going to announce soon on the channels, but most of the time, and most importantly, you can find me here Friday nights, usually playing Basu Brightbolt. God, I'm so excited to start playing again.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. If you find the bearded face, you're in the right place. Tonight, I was lucky enough to play my second ever wizard in my 20 years of gaming. And I got to play Papa Augie Mogbog, Professor Mogbog. But normally, I'm playing old Marcus Hellhammer, and Marcus is ready, more than ready, for round 2 with that one-eyed son of a bitch. And if he shows up, I'm gonna have a word or two for him. You can find me here for Shadow over Baldur's Gate. You can also find me at Anime Pasadena at the time of recording. That would be this Saturday and Sunday, November 8th and 9th. Doing anime Mad Libs as well as other anime stuff. Come check it out. Also check out Four Empires, much other really cool stuff. You can see me being absolutely silly with anime. But yeah, follow my socials for more details, more conventions, and more TTRPGs that I'm writing or producing. But until then, Cujo, back to you, good sir.
I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's all building. It's going to be great when it happens. You can find me all over the place as either Cujo Plays Games for my personal stuff, or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles for official show announcements, highlights, updates, that sort of thing. Yeah, tune in Fridays because the stuff that's waiting in the wings still, it's going to be great. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. You are loved. You're appreciated. Future Cujo or future Cujo. Go ahead and find a wonderful channel to raid. Hey, that's a good idea. That one's great. We love them so much.
They're the best.
Absolutely.
And with all that to say, we love you. We appreciate you. Be nice to each other. We'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Make good